How's it going, guys? My name is Adam and welcome to Driven Nashville. If you're new to the channel, we produce weekly enthusiast-driven car content. Now today, we are talking about the Tiptronic-S, right? Now the newer Porsches, right, from let's say 2010, I think 2011, 2012, basically the 997.2 generation introduced what they call PDK. Now PDK was Porsche's dual clutch transmission, and it was, to be honest with you, a game changer. It's an incredible transmission that always has it in the next gear up or down, so it means very fast, lightning quick, almost seamless transmission shifts. If you've ever been in a PDK, it is incredible, especially in sport mode. What you can do on the track by just putting it in PDK Sport, it's unreal. But a lot of people don't like the Tiptronic system. They say that it's sluggish, it's slow, it's ancient technology, etc. So we're gonna see today, I'm gonna do a little point of view drive. Now this is a 2008 Carrera S with the Aero kit on it. And this right here is a nice car. It's in Carrera white, black interior. This has also been sent to Flat 6 Industries. So this has actually been bored out to a 4-liter Flat 6, not the 3.8 liter. I'm a huge fan of the 997 generation. In fact, I actually think this is the best generation of Porsche to buy. The reason why is it gives you a very analog feel, but still has some of the modern technology and modern creature comforts. Now this has a full stage 1 kit done. If you guys aren't familiar with Flat 6 Industries, go ahead and look them up. Jake and his company, these guys are world-class tuners. They go ahead and build the engine so that they have longevity, they have less issues. Now this one does have a catalytic converter issue. It is reading a CEL code, so you're gonna see that when we start the engine. That's very common for 997 generation cars that have a little bit of miles on them. This particular one has about 63,000 miles, but it's a really good looking car. Overall, I like it. We're gonna take it for a drive today, and I'm gonna show you how the Tiptronic works, so you get a good idea. If you're looking to buy a Tiptronic car, one of the benefits is that they're significantly less expensive than a manual version. If you actually bought a manual of this car right now in 2022 with the condition and the miles, this car, and grant you if it was all fixed and everything, I would say this car is probably going to bring closer to $75,000 to $85,000 today. This car can be bought right now for $55,000. And if you're interested, go ahead and send me a message and I'll go ahead and hook you up with the car. I really like the car overall. Looks great, feels great, very analog. So let's go on a point of view drive so you can see how the Tiptronic performs. I'm gonna SEO this whole video so anybody searching for Tiptronic, they get a good idea of the performance. Please subscribe, please share this with anybody that you think might enjoy the content. We really appreciate you guys. We love doing car content. This is our passion. Let's go into the next clip, shall we? Guys, we're in the car now. Hopefully you can see me well. Let me adjust the camera a little bit here. Le Mans style, like all Porsches. 2008 vehicle here, but fires right up. Now, I'm gonna keep it in automatic mode here for you, just so you can get an idea of how the transmission shifts when you're babying it. This is a very good transmission if you're not going 10-10, all right? It feels really nice, I gotta say, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and roll the windows up here. Gotta roll the sunroof up. So again, if you're just lugging it here, very comfortable, very comfortable car. Here we're gonna go back down to first. Now the Tiptronic is a 5-speed transmission, okay? Not a 6-speed, not a 7-speed like the new ones. Very smooth shifts, as you can see there, between first and second, that's third. So again, the transmission for a daily driver is ideal. It's very comfortable. In fact, it's almost better than PDKs, because PDKs at slow speeds has a difficult time making it smooth. Now, when you're going fast, PDK is unbelievably smooth. Here we are on the road. We're enjoying a drive. The engine's in automatic mode. It's quiet. It's nice. Now, I would probably keep it in automatic mode majority of the time, because the downside of the Tiptronic system is if you go over here to manual mode, there are no paddles. So you're gonna have to use the plus or minus on the steering wheel. I gotta be honest, that's easy to get used to. However, there is a pretty large delay in the shifting speeds. So in automatic mode, the transmission does a really good job of kind of helping you know what gear you're in. And that's all based on throttle control. So if you're gonna put a little bit of gas into the car, it's gonna go in economy mode like we are right now, where it's gonna keep it at a high gear. Very comfortable to drive, shifts very smooth. If you're gonna go ahead and put it in sport mode, which we're about to show you in 2 seconds going down this kind of back road here. So, good Lord. Hats off to Flat 16 Industries. This thing pulls. That's 100 miles an hour like it was pretty much nothing. But notice in automatic mode, transmission did a hell of a job shifting through the gears. No problem at all. And I gotta say real quick, you know, a shout out to the 997 generation. The size of the 997 generation is not nearly as large as the 991 and 992 generations, right? They just keep getting bigger. So this is more of an old school Porsche where you have very little space between you and your passenger. It just feels nimble and small and agile, hydraulic steering right. I think the 997 generation is going to go down in history right there with the 964 generation and the original G-bodies and whatnot as just kind of the ideal Porsches. I don't think the 991 generation and 992 generations are going to age as well as this specific generation. All right, let me show you the Tiptronic, because that's what this video is about. So I'm going to put it in manual mode now. I just downshifted. Now, pay attention to the shifting delays. I'm going to downshift again. You ready? I'm gonna upshift. It's about a 1.5 second delay. Now, is it as bad as people say it is? No, it's really not. You can totally get used to that delay, and overall, it's still a hell of a lot of fun to drive. Especially because you have that incredible 4-liter bored out 3.8 from 3.8 liters. The old, you know, that power plant, guys, is so damn good. The flat 6, it's got more than enough power. You got the rear engine bias. Trust me, this car is a lot of fun, even with the old school transmission. So if you want to save $15,000, $20,000 over the manual, I mean, you could still have a lot of fun. Look at that. It's not terrible. Okay, is it PDK good? No, it's not. All right, is it a modern ZF transmission in a BMW? No, it's not. It's old school, but it gives you a very, very good lug, right, in automatic mode. And when you're in performance, or what, you know, when you're going half throttle or more, and it really starts to downshift. See, it's still pretty darn good, I gotta say. Now let me put it back in automatic mode for you, and we'll go ahead and give it some gas around these turns, and you can just see how the thing drives, how it performs. Very smooth start there. It's gonna hold the gear now because I've pushed the throttle all the way to the floor. Only when you start letting the gas off. So if you were on a track, this thing would absolutely hold the gears for you until you were done with your session, and then it would finally downshift. Now it's still not in economical mode. All right, you can see the downshift there. Again, downshifting now because I'm going through Arrington Vineyards here. I want to take it easy. But you can see, guys, the transmission works pretty damn well. It's still a hell of a good time. I mean, this is a ton of car for $55,000. I mean, you're getting like $14,000, $15,000 in engine work for that stage 1 4.0 liter kit. And yes, I understand it's got the CEL light, the cat lights on it, and those things aren't cheap to replace. You're probably gonna spend 2, 3, 4 grand, you know, to get all those catalytic converters changed out, but that would fix your check engine light. And frankly, in Tennessee, to register a car, you don't need to have emission testing anymore, so there's really no reason to. There's nothing wrong with them, they just have a sensor that's out. I mean, there you go. Giving it 75% throttle, transmission downshifts. I'm just saying, is this thing as bad as everybody makes it out to be? No. In fact, Porsche actually said the Tiptronic system back in '88 when they came out with it was revolutionary. They actually thought it was a really great transmission, so for its day, it was. And if you want to put it in manual mode here, that's 2 downshifts. As an upshift, again, there's a little bit of a lag, but not a big deal. So I hope this video has been helpful to just give you a sense of comfort. If you do get a good Porsche, right, that's had the engine work done like this one, and just dialed in the transmission, if you want to save some money, you want to get something that you could comfortably daily drive, put some serious miles on, you know, take on a rally, take on a road trip, you can absolutely do that with the Tiptronic system, guys. I mean, to me, this is a Porsche, right? This is a true Porsche. It doesn't have all the nannies. I mean, here we go. That's just giving it a little bit of gas. Look how smooth it shifts. Nice and easy, comfortable. Plenty of power. Like I said, it's nice. And if you want to take it to a track, leave it in automatic mode. It'll plunk through the gears just fine. It'll keep it in a high gear for you. And if you want to have some fun, some fun. Transmission's gonna work just fine. Puts the power down quite nicely. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something about the Tiptronic system and just got a feeling of how it works in a 997.1 generation car. You know, if you have any questions about it, I'm sure people are gonna tell me the Tiptronic system is crap compared to PDK. It is, all right, but PDK is world class. It's one of the best dual clutch transmissions in the game. The reason why I wanted to do this video is to show you the Tiptronic-S. If you can save $15,000 or $20,000 off of getting a manual version of the same car, if you're not a world-class manual driver, which most people these days don't even know how to drive manuals, you can see the car is still going to be fun, it's still going to be comfortable, it's going to give you a lot of the things that you're looking for from the 911, a lot of positives. It's not all negative, okay? So hopefully that's helpful, guys. We love having you watch our content, we love your comments. We're so excited about what we're doing with Driven Nashville these days. This is it for me, I think.